to my boat anchor. Canoes. This one here, I wouldn't stand up in this one here too much. It's a little tippy. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 poles. You can see there various lengths. This one here needs the bark cleaned off it. This is a nice one right here. It's probably 11 feet. There's a, I think I might have whittled the knots off it here where the beaver had chewed it, but that's in a bind. It's kind of crooked. Not very straight, and that knot right there could be an issue, but that would move you down a river or up a river. These ones here are pushing probably 14 feet. How long is this? Almost as long as this boat. I think that's 15, so yeah, so 13.6 or so. And they're just spruce poles for the most part. This is balsam fir. This one here might be balsam fir. It's a nice size pole, about 1 3/8 here in the middle. Probably a little slender at the top. This is one I use quite frequently because it's so small at the top. And you can see how it starts to mushroom over. Probably knock that off and put a little knurl around it. And same on the other end. This one here has been docked before. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, if it mushrooms over a little bit, you just cut it off and keep going. Let's see, some of them, this one here, that one there probably hasn't been knocked off, but this one last saw East Machias, which is rock. And dragging it back out of the water, this gives a little drag, which is probably not desirable. So a knurl with a little mushroom in to keep the knurl off. I think that's the proper term. This one here is fairly straight. It's got, you know, none of them are absolutely perfect. You almost don't even know it when you start using it. But this one here tapers down to, that's about 1 inch right there. So I'd like to shorten this one up a little bit and there's a little hook down on that end. Take that hook out, shorten it up to probably 12 feet or 11.6 or something. The longer they are, the harder they are to manipulate, and the heavier they are, I find also takes energy. This one here has quite a little crook at the bottom. That should be cut out. And this one here again is a good over 13 feet probably. It could be made into a very nice pole. Cut it out like right about here. But I want to take this one here that's only, you know, 1 inch or less here, and find the middle, and then try tapering all this length down to a similar size on the other end, and kind of try to see if we can balance it out so that one end is the same size as the other. That might weaken it in somewhat, but it'll still be heavier dimension in the middle and thin to taper at both ends. So use the natural taper in the top end and thin it out on the bottom. These, very little work goes into these. These aren't anything that require a major undertaking. Nothing fancy about them. Pretty, just basically a tree. You really, if anything, you want to spend time in getting these, any knots free of any scratching that will happen, because the pole, you end up sliding through your hands a lot just to shift positions. This one here could use a lot more work, but this one here that you use a lot is actually a gloss forming on it, just from use. There's no sanding going on, just maybe some scraping, but mostly a draw knife and a little spoke shave work. I have like 4 more.